Asked me what my recommendation would be for red lips, and to be honest, I've had a difficult time also finding a red lipstick that I personally like and feel comfortable wearing. Just in my opinion, there is a lot of room for error with red lipsticks because you have to factor in your undertones and just like a little like other things that may impact how your red lip looks, the coloration, even skin tone, all these things matter. And so I had tried to find the perfect red lip and then I gave up because it just felt like I couldn't find a version that I liked and that looked flattering on my skin tone. But today I've chose 3 items. This Revlon, I think it was $10 roughly. The Love That Red. Then there's also the Fenty Uncensored. This is supposed to be a universal red and it is a liquid lip. Lastly, this Dior, the Dior lipstick that I will be trying, Rouge Dior number 999 Velvet, and I tried to give some sort of a spectrum of prices. And then I also, lastly, I will be using this Sephora red lip liner for the stick lipsticks. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and begin. I want to start by saying that I exfoliated and I put lip balm on. And then I usually will color correct when I'm doing a red lip because with such an intense color on just like one portion of your face, it's going to draw a lot of attention to there, right? You want to balance your look with like a minimal eye look usually, and the bold lip is going to be what stands out. With that said, I'm gonna even out my skin tone around here and make sure that this discoloration doesn't come true, because it will, to my lip area, it's going to accentuate or emphasize the blemishes or discoloration around my mouth area. So when you do a red lip, you want a very clean base, you want an even skin tone base so that your lipstick doesn't muddy your look, it just, you know, it pops and enhances it instead. So I'm using green to color correct the redness on my face, and then I'll be using this peach tone concealer for my under eyes as it will help conceal some of the darkness, purple hues and gray hues. Got that. I'm gonna just lightly dab it on, and again I'm gonna wait a little bit to blend it in because because concealer will stay instead of just like moving around. Concealing some of these places too. I will conceal under my eyes. 1 second. So I'm taking this peach tone concealer to color correct underneath my eyes. This will help get rid of the dark circles. Again, you don't want to apply too much. So I look sufficiently crazy now. Parts of my skin. I want to keep this pretty thin today, so I'm gonna have to work fast because this foundation is quick drying. All right, let's go. even though it doesn't look super airbrushed, this is where I'm going to stop. I'm going to go over these darker areas that I color corrected with concealer. Guys, I really like this ColourPop concealer. It's like, in my opinion, very worth it. Last week I didn't film because I wanted to kind of check in with myself about how I felt about this, and like I realized very quickly that I was already starting to feel like I needed to make something just for the sake of making something, and I know that even a month ago I wouldn't have felt comfortable putting something like this out there. Set this area with setting powder, and so I consider this a big win for myself, and I just took the last week to kind of be, you know, mindful of how I was feeling, and just felt like I was tired already, which is because I also work a job, you know. So it makes sense that I'm not like doing something 24/7, and for that same reason I can't be perfect at it, right? And now we will be going into the brows. Got some eyebrow hairs here. I'm so sad about it, but let's see. Eye, because again the emphasis is on the lips, and you can just go in with any nude tone eyeshadow. This is the Becca palette I was using in my other video, and so I'm just going to carve out my eyes to give them some depth right here, and I will be adding some dark brown to the ends just to deepen my eyes a bit more. With the angle brush, and with this round shade, I went in with this one on my lid. As you can see, it's still pretty warm, and so I might add some brown. This may be it for my eyes. I'm going to add some bronzer to the sides because I want to warm up this look a bit. It is a very bright red, so it's going to make my skin very like warm yellow orange, and I don't want it to be just that tone. I want to give some browns and tans and stuff. So going in with my ambient bronze light again. You know, I should just like pre-record this part because I just use the same products and it's okay. I'm gonna go upwards motion. Down to the chin. Okay. we are going to start with Revlon Red. I'm going to line my lips with this and we'll see how it goes. Went ahead and lined my lips. You'll see in the clip that I fill in the lines on my lip, and this will help with feathering. That's what happens when you start to kind of see the creases in your lips throughout the day. In the shade Love That Red, and it is not my color. And I wanted to break down why it's not. So you see it on my lips, and it's a very pink tone red, and so this is not the look I'm going for. I wanted a warm, intense red look. I'm gonna add some blush too, see how that helps. I'll wipe this off. BRB. We'll be trying Fenty Beauty Uncensored Red next. The Stunna Lip Paint Uncensored. Vampire red. Still, I think it's a little too blue for my skin. Blue tone reds are better for cool tone skin, and so I didn't really like how this looked in person. It may look fine on screen, but I took some photos and I was not happy with how it kind of washed me out and made me look very pale. Last one we'll try is with this Sephora Rouge lip liner and the Dior lipstick. This red is so pretty. After applying the lipstick, I went ahead and cleaned up the edges with some concealer. I ended up liking this lipstick the best. The finish was a velvety matte almost texture, and I ended up wearing this lipstick all day and it was very comfortable, wasn't too drying. The color lasted all day. It did not bleed or feather. I was very satisfied with this product. Another thing that I forgot to mention in the beginning is that this Dior lipstick is refillable, so that helps reduce waste